come to in my opinion, the best city in the 229. So,
excuse me.
How did the journey of you finding WLB at the 10 come to you?
Whew. I tell you, it was probably the craziest thing one of the craziest things I've ever gone through. I thought about where I wanted to apply, what kind of jobs I wanted to take. I'm reaching out to Gus Ramsey and Rishi and all these instructors and trying to get some guidance because I really didn't know how to get my foot in the industry. I'm just going like everybody else on job sites and applying for jobs.
Right.
And I get a call one day from Nebraska, Hastings, Nebraska. Okay. And they were trying to offer me a job, and it was like a writing job at first, and they were going to offer me like, I don't know, $12 an hour. And, I'm from California.
Right.
I got 3 kids,
right,
a wife.
Right.
I'm going to have to move my entire life.
Right.
I can't do that for $12 an hour.
Correct.
And that's a huge pay decrease, obviously, than what I could make in California. But I thought about taking that job because I was like, you know what? Once I'm in, I know I can prove myself.
Right.
I thought about it. I called on it. I thought about it a lot. My wife and I talked about it. I talked to Rishi, and I said, hey, it's not really the job I want. Should I entertain this? And some words he said stuck with me. He said, I feel like you are at the point where you don't need to take a job that you don't want. That includes news. That includes a writing job I feel like you can go straight into being a sports reporter. And so I thought about that, and I declined the job. Put in some more applications, not hearing nothing, took a couple months off, and then I got a call from Albany, Georgia. And I'm be honest with you, I declined the call 5 times before I picked it up.
For sure.
And
why is that?
I thought it was a bill collector, to be honest. To be honest,
229 bill collector.
I didn't know there was a place called Albany, Georgia.
Right.
And for my folks here, it's Albany. I didn't know that.
Right.
I thought it was in New York. So I kept declining it. And I didn't apply here, so I didn't know. And then finally, they kept calling, and I'm like, man, let me just tell these bill collectors I'm not, leave me alone. So I picked it up, and I answered with an attitude. And I'm like, hello? And it's Jerry Goodman, who is the news director there, saying, hey, my name's Jerry Goodman with WALB News 10 in Albany, Georgia. Wanted to reach out, got your information from Gus Ramsey. And so, backstory, him and Gus worked at ESPN together. So Gus had thrown my name out there when he noticed that Jerry had a position. And so Jerry started talking to me, and then he asked me, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm going to get an opportunity here as a sports reporter.
Right.
Then he throws in, he's like, would you be interested in being a sports director? And it doesn't happen. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, everything I've been told, you don't go from never having been in TV. I had never stepped foot in a studio still at this point to being offered a sports director job. And I didn't know what it entailed. And I said, well, I'm interested. So we talked, finally got on some Zoom calls. They told me they want me to come in and revamp their sports department. The reason they reached out to me is they liked my experience in management, being able to facilitate a team, which is my background. So I felt confident in that, but I still had no idea what I was going to do as a sports director. And I talked to my wife about it. The offer wasn't great. Like, I'll be honest with you, we're not here for money. Like, this is not a job that's going to make us rich. And so, but I felt like it was the right opportunity. Right. Talked to my wife about it. Said yes, and then accepted the job. And, I told him I needed 6 weeks to kind of get my things in order. And every week for 6 weeks, he called me. Are you sure you want to come to Albany, Georgia? You come from California. Are you sure you're coming? Like, because he wasn't even sure, like, why is this guy taking this job?
Right.
Because he thought, like, you're crazy for leaving that. And I kept telling him, I'm a man of my word. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'll be there. And so 6 weeks went by. My wife and I drove across the country in a Hyundai Elantra that I bought.
How many days it took you to get here?
We did it in 3. We stopped in Palm Springs. We stopped in Texas.
Not bad.
And then we were here. So, but yeah, I bought a little Hyundai for like $1,700 just to drive it out here. It broke down the minute we got here.
Okay, well, at least you got here, though.
We got here, and then the alternator went out.